The House will come to order. Members, please register. Have all members registered? A quorum is present. The House and Gallery will please rise for the invocation, which will be offered by the Honorable Ann Johnson of Harris County.
Good morning, members. I am grateful for my home church community of St. Paul's United Methodist Church in Houston, for the leadership of Reverend Jim Bankston and from Reverend Jeffrey McDonald. This prayer this morning comes from them. Let us pray. God of us all, we come to you longing to have compassion for our communities. Grant us the wisdom to see beyond ourselves and to recognize the value of sharing life and love with those around us. Help us to cultivate a community where no one is in need and where our possessions and blessings are not just ours, but a means to serve others. Teach us to live with hearts open to giving, hands ready to serve, and eyes that see your presence in every person. May we become the community that reflects your love and justice, making every act of sharing and caring a testament to our faith in you. Amen.
The chair recognizes the Honorable Stan Kitzman of Waller County to lead us in the pledges of allegiance to the United States and Texas flag.
Please join me in a salute to our great republic. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now our beloved state. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible. Thank you.
The chair will now hear excuses for absent members. Please excuse Mr. King because of important business in the district on motion of Mr. Harris. Please excuse Ms. Gervin Hawkins on important business of the district on motion of Ms. Bowers. Please excuse Ms. Rodriguez Ramos because of an illness in the family on motion of Ms. Morales of Harris. Is there any objection? Chair hears none, so ordered.
That's it.
Harrison, for what purpose?
Mr. Speaker, parliamentary inquiry.
State your inquiry.
Mr. Speaker, is it correct that the House will adjourn today being Wednesday, until next Tuesday?
That is correct.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Harrison, for what purpose?
Parliamentary inquiry.
State your inquiry.
I saw it reported in the media last evening that you do not plan to release committee assignments this week. Are those media reports accurate?
That business is not before the House. If you have that question, you may bring it down front.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Harrison, for what purpose?
Parliamentary inquiry, Mr.
State
Speaker.
your inquiry.
Is there anything in the House rules precluding you from standing up a select committee for the purpose of hearing priority items or items that are widely anticipated to be designated as emergency items shortly by the governor?
Mr. Harrison, that business is not in front of the House this time. If you have that question, you're more than welcome to bring it down front.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Harrison, for what purpose?
Parliamentary inquiry, Mr. Speaker.
State your inquiry.
Mr. Speaker, is the leadership of the House aware that the Texas Senate has already begun holding hearings on bills, and is there anything that would preclude, or is there anything that is in the House rules that would preclude us from doing the same thing?
What is it?
This is a very straightforward question, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Harrison, that is not a proper parliamentary inquiry.
Okay. Mr. Speaker.
State your inquiry.
Parliamentary inquiry,
State
Mr.
your
Speaker.
inquiry.
Do you at least plan to establish before Tuesday any committees that would allow the House to immediately begin working on the emergency items which the governor is likely to announce on Sunday so that we can get to work the day we return to this chamber?
Again, Mr. Harrison, that is not a issue that's before the House at this time. That is not the business pending. If you have that question, you're more than welcome to bring it down front.
Okay, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Harrison, for what purpose?
Parliamentary inquiry,
State
Mr.
your
Speaker.
inquiry.
Mr. Speaker, with Texans, with all due respect, with Texans being taxed out of their homes, parents being deprived of education freedom, students being trapped in failing schools, crushing local debt, regulatory agencies that respectfully are out of control in this state, Texans' tax dollars being used against their values to fund and promote DEI, liberal indoctrination, and gender ideology in our public universities. Don't you think this body should be staying in town and getting to work trying to solve these issues of utmost importance to our constituents?
Mr. Harrison, as you know, that is not a proper parliamentary inquiry.
Is there anything precluding you from answering that question, though?
Mr. Harrison, that is not a proper parliamentary inquiry.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Okay. All right, doctors here. Doctors here. The chair is pleased to recognize Dr. Joshua Splinter from LaRue as Doctor of the Day. Please help me welcome him.
Members, we have several resolutions and recognitions this morning. Please take your conversations outside the rail. The chair recognizes Dr. Allen for a motion.
Mr. Speaker, I move to suspend all necessary rules to take up and consider H.R. 97.
Members, you've heard the motion. Is there objection? The chair hears none, and the rules are suspended. The following resolution, the clerk will read the resolution.
H.R. 97, recognizing January 29th, 2025 as Alpha Kappa Alpha Day at the state capitol.
The chair recognizes Dr. Allen to explain the resolution.
Thank you. Whereas proud members of the South Central region of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated are gathered in Austin on January the 29th, 2025 to celebrate Alpha Kappa Alpha Day at the state capitol. And whereas the nation's first Greek organization of African American women, Alpha Kappa Alpha, was founded as a social and service organization January 15, 1908 by Howard University undergraduate Ethel Hedgeman, Lyles, and 19 other students. These inspiring women are today known as the 20 Pearls. And whereas the sorority seeks to cultivate a high scholastic and ethical standard to promote unity and friendship among college women, to improve the social structure of women of all ages, and to be service to all mankind, a member of the National Panhellenic Council, Alpha Kappa Alpha serves people around the world through the efforts of the 360,000 members and over 1,000 chapters in the United States, including the Virgin Islands, the U.S., the Virgin Islands, Bahamas, Canada, Germany, South Korea, and Japan, Liberia, Nigeria, and South Africa. And so, cut it short, I want all of the AKAs in the building to stand. It's a group of awesome women doing awesome things in our community. AKA Day at the Capitol, and when you see one, say thank you. Thank you very much. Move adoption.
The question occurs on the adoption of the resolution. Is there any objection? The chair hears none, and the resolution is adopted. The chair recognizes Ms. Jones for recognition.
Mr. Speaker, I just want to, as a 37-year member of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, and my line sister, to those of you who don't know, is Charlene Ward Johnson. So she's also a 37-year member of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. My grad advisor, Diana Merritt, is here. Can you please stand? I just want you to know one of the greatest decisions that I ever made was to pledge Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and we will continue to fight for justice, equity, and equality.
The chair recognizes Mr. Reynolds for recognition.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, we are so excited to see a sea of pink and green that has ascended upon our Texas Capitol. As a proud member of Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity, we are so proud to welcome our sister sorority to the Capitol. And I want to take a point of personal privilege to recognize one of your sorors, the tax assessor collector, Carmen Turner from Fort Bend County. There she is, stand up. Good to see you here. We have also City Councilwoman and AKA Marquetta Green Scott from Iowa Colony. I know that she's in the house somewhere. And we want to thank our regional director, Dr. Simmons, for her amazing, phenomenal leadership. Thank you, Dr. Simmons, and all of the wonderful ladies of Alpha Kappa Alpha that are here advocating for great public policy for our state. We are so proud. We stand on your shoulders. God bless you, and thank you for your continued service since 1908. 0608. Thank you.
The chair recognizes Mr. Metcalf for recognition.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, I'm honored to stand here today in the Texas House to recognize some very important individuals seated in the gallery. Today, we're joined by the Texas Police Chiefs Association and police chiefs across Texas. Members, these public safety leaders serve as the backbone of our law enforcement community and are essential to maintaining the safety and security of neighborhoods across our great state, upholding the peace and protecting our Texas families. I'd ask that the law enforcement present here today in the gallery to stand up, and I'd ask our members in this chamber to take a moment to join me expressing our heartfelt gratitude for their steadfast commitment and tireless service to the people of Texas. Law enforcement, thank you for your efforts to keep our children, families, and our community safe. God bless you and your families. Thank you for being here.
The chair recognizes Mr. Verdell for an announcement for recognition.
Hey, I just wanted to say thank you to Chief Souza and to Assistant Chief Aaron Garza for coming. If you'll stand up real quick, from the city of Hondo. It's a fantastic city. Appreciate everything y'all do. Thanks a lot for coming. Appreciate it.
The chair recognizes Mr. Hopper for recognition.
I just really would like to recognize Chief Steve Sanford, Bridgeport, Texas. Please stand up, Chief. Just honored to have this brave warrior for law and order in the House Gallery this morning. Thank you very much for your whole department and everything you do to stand up for Texas. Appreciate you.
Ms. Holt, for what purpose?
Yes, sir. Thank you. I would like the memorial and the honor of our police chiefs to be reduced to writing and added to the journal.
Members, you've heard the motion. Is there objection? The chair hears none, so ordered.
Thank you.
The chair recognizes Ms. Gomez for a motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move to suspend all necessary rules to take up and consider H.R. 122. Members, I am so very...
Members, you've heard the motion. Is there any objection? The chair hears none. The rules are suspended. The following resolution, the clerk will read the resolution.
H.R. 122 by Gomez, recognizing January 29, 2025 as Brownsville Day at the Texas State Capitol.
The chair recognizes Ms. Gomez to explain the resolution.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. Members, ladies and gentlemen, and esteemed colleagues, I am so proud and so honored and announced to say that we are grateful that you recognize today, January 29th, 2025, as Brownsville Day at the State Capitol. We are so grateful to have the city government here at Brownsville, our esteemed mayor and all our amazing city commissioners, our amazing Chamber of Commerce, some school board members, and our consulate and our amazing chief of police. Ladies and gentlemen, Brownsville is the southernmost city in the tip of Texas, a cultural and economic gateway to the Rio Grande Valley, Cameron County, and the rest of the great state of Texas. Founded in 1848, named for Mayor Jacob Brown, a hero of the Mexican-American War with a rich place in all of Texas history and our hearts. Members, Brownsville leads in innovation, space exploration, cross-border trade with an amazing focus on sustainable growth and economic development. Our vibrant culture reflects the strong partnership between the United States and Mexico and is celebrated through festivals and shared traditions throughout the state. Our people of Brownsville contribute greatly to Texas's progress, fostering innovation, diversity, and economic opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, the Texas House of Representatives' 89th legislature recognizes Brownsville for our achievements, our amazing leadership, and our amazing community, and most certainly our love for the state of Texas. Ladies and gentlemen of Brownsville, if you would please stand and be recognized by your Texas House.
The chair recognizes Ms. Lopez.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. You heard all the great accomplishments from the great city of Brownsville, from Cameron County. This would not be possible with all the great leadership that you see standing up in the gallery. Thank you all so much. Keep up the great work.
Mr. Speaker, I move adoption.
The question occurs on the adoption of the resolution. Is there any objection? The chair hears none, and the resolution is adopted. The chair recognizes Mr. Hunter for recognition.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, members. We'd like to recognize one of the oldest leadership programs in the state of Texas, Leadership Corpus Christi. Stand up. I have Representatives Lopez, Representatives Villalobos, and Representative Lozano's hiding someplace. And we want to thank you, Chair Thomas Cronin, you and the group. We appreciate you. So everybody knows, it's Class 53. I was Class 9. We're glad you're here. And our new member, Angie Chin Button, has joined us. So anyway, thank you for being here. Keep up the coastal bend.
The chair recognizes Dr. Oliverson for a motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, I'd like to suspend all necessary rules to take up and consider H.R. 72.
Members, you've heard the motion. Is there objection? The chair hears none. The rules are suspended. The following resolution, the clerk will read the resolution.
H.R. 72 by Oliverson, recognizing January 29, 2025 as Shinya Day at the State Capitol.
The chair recognizes Dr. Oliverson to explain the resolution.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, H.R. 72 recognizes January 29th, 2025 as Shenyun Day at our Capitol. Today we are recognizing 19 years of Shenyun's dedication to reviving and sharing the beauty of traditional Chinese culture through classical dance and music. Shenyun has performed in over 36 countries, bringing 5,000 years of Chinese history to life on stage with her choreography and live orchestral music. Today we are honoring Shenyun's 2025 season kickoff in Texas with performances in Houston, Austin, San Antonio, Dallas, Amarillo, and more, my very own hometown of Cyprus being one of those. Showcasing the state's appreciation for world-class performing arts, I ask my House colleagues to join me in welcoming members of Shenyun Touring Company to the Texas House. We applaud the remarkable skill, discipline, and artistry of Shenyun's performers who preserve and celebrate ancient cultural heritage through their dedication and talent, and extend them our best wishes for a memorial and successful 2025 tour with gratitude for Shenyun's contributions to the arts and cultural enrichment in Texas and beyond. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The chair recognizes Mr. Toth.
I also want to thank you for being here today. My wife, you'll laugh, my wife dragged me to Shenyun at Christmas, last Christmas, and I was deeply moved. And I really feel like every high school kid in the United States should see Shenyun because of an old proverb, more is caught than taught. And I thought I was going to see just beautiful ballet. But what I got is a history lesson of the beauty of the Chinese culture and what communism has done to destroy it. And I want to express my gratitude and thanks for the message that you're giving the next generation of Texans in America and Americans to love liberty, to love democracy and a constitutional republic. Thank you for what you stand for and what you're fighting for. God bless you.
Move adoption.
The question occurs on the adoption of the resolution. Is there objection? The chair hears none, and the resolution is adopted. The chair recognizes Mr. Romero for recognition.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, today is Public Works Day at the Capitol. The Texas chapter of the American Public Works Association are here in the gallery today. These public workers operate, improve, and maintain public works to provide and sustain structures and services essential to every Texan's life. Public works professionals focus on infrastructure, facilities, and services that are of vital importance and to sustainable and resilient communities. To put it simply, our public workers keep Texas cities and towns running smoothly and efficiently. Please join me in a round of applause for the services provided by the people of the Texas Public Works. If y'all can stand, where are y'all at? Here we are. With us today, we have Dorothy Bergenson, Jason Kirby, raise your hand, Sharon Valiente, Alan Greer of Fort Worth, John Warnament, and Matt Froelich. Thank you for being with us today, members. Another round of applause.
The chair recognizes Mr. Tepper for a motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move to suspend all necessary rules and take up and consider House Rule 60.
Members, you've heard the motion. Is there any objection? The chair hears none, and the rules are suspended. The following resolution, the clerk will read the resolution.
H.R. 60 by Tepper, congratulating Heather Keister on Lubbock for being named 2024 Engineer of the Year by the South Plains chapter of the Texas Society of Professional Engineers.
The chair recognizes Mr. Tepper to explain the resolution.
Mr. Speaker and members, House Resolution 60 honors and congratulates Heather Keister of Lubbock in being named the 2024 Engineer of the Year by the South Plains chapter of the Texas Society of Professional Engineers and the 2024 Business Person of the Year by the Lubbock Chamber of Commerce, and a personal dear friend of mine. Heather has over 2 decades of civil engineering experience, specializing in stormwater, transportation, and infrastructure, and helped establish a top civil engineering firm in West Texas. Heather has served on several boards, including the Lubbock Area United Way, the Lubbock Chamber of Commerce, and the Texas Society of Professional Engineers South Plains chapter. She's also a trusted mentor to engineering students and has delivered a number of presentations at Texas Tech University and elsewhere. Heather Keister's dedication and expertise have benefited Texas and earned her the respect of her peers. Please join me in congratulating Heather Keister on this recognition and wishing her continued success. Move passage.
All right, the chair recognizes Mr. Wu for a motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, I move to suspend all necessary rules so we can take up House Resolution 52, celebration of the Lunar New Year's.
All right, you've heard the motion. Is there any objection? Chair hears none. The rules are suspended. Following resolution, the clerk will read the resolution.
H.R. 52 by Wu, commemorating the Lunar New Year on January 29th, 2025.
All right, Chair recognizes Mr. Wu to explain the resolution.
Thank you, members. This is one of my favorite resolutions every session because I get to come here in my jacket. I only get to wear it like once a year. And this is a celebration of Lunar New Year's. And just as an aside, you may hear this called Vietnamese New Year's, Chinese New Year's, Korean New Year's, but we always try to say Lunar New Year's because it's more inclusive. And because this is a calendar based on the lunar cycle, many cultures, their exact Lunar New Year's does not meet on the same day. It actually, it all coincides, once out of only 7,000 years, that all comes together on one day. But today is generally recognized, January 29th, as recognized the official Lunar New Year's Day, but many of your different groups at home will celebrate on a slightly different day. But you can always wish them a very happy Lunar New Year's. Hope they have a great time with their friends and family and are enjoying and celebrating the culture. And with that, Mr. Speaker, I yield to the
Representative Button.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. First, let me say this in Chinese. 新年新春快乐. Then my Texan Taiwanese, which, well, I was born in Taiwan, 新年快乐. Then I have to share the secret, the 3 things you need to do during the Lunar New Year. First is to dress the best outfit you ever have to celebrate, just like Representative Jing-Woon and I. Second, eat plenty of good food. Well, Chinese food, Korean food, and I tell you what, Texans barbecue, that would be pretty good too. Third, don't work too hard on the Lunar New Year day. But colleagues, is it possible not to work hard on these days? And I appreciate each of you to stand here with us. Once again, Happy Lunar New Year!
Representative Vo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and members. Good morning, members and guests in the gallery. I want to wish you a very happy Lunar New Year and wishing everyone an abundance of wealth and prosperity. As we enter the year of the snake, let us remember what the snake symbolizes: adaptability, renewal, and wisdom. Let us devote ourselves to this season to adapt to these new times, renew our commitment to the people of Texas, and seek wisdom with all our endeavors. Thank you and Happy Lunar New Year. Chúc mừng năm mới.
Representative Lalani.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today in support of the resolution to extend my heartfelt wishes to all who are celebrating the Lunar New Year. The Lunar New Year is a time of reflection, renewal, unity, and a moment of honoring our past, celebrating our present, and embracing the promise of future. This year, we welcome the Year of Snake, a symbol of wisdom, transformation, resilience, qualities that reflect the strength and contribution of the Asian American community in Texas. Asian American community plays an integral role in the economic, cultural, and professional fabric of this great state of Texas, contributing to industries, innovation, and the rich diversity that defines Texas. As we commemorate this occasion, let us recognize the importance of inclusion and respect for the tradition that make our communities stronger. At this moment, let me take also this opportunity to thank my colleagues who elected me as a new co-chair for the AAPI caucus. Thank you. Thank you, Representative Wu, for bringing this resolution forward and joining the colleagues in celebration. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Representative Bajani.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, I'm so grateful to be here to recognize and celebrate Lunar New Year with all the members of the House. This year, we celebrate the Year of the Snake, symbolizing wisdom, intuition, and transformation, along with personal growth and change. We have made great strides in moving Texas forward, and I hope that we continue our work together to celebrate the diversity in our state. Happy Lunar New Year to all those who celebrate. I'll try to attempt to say Happy Lunar New Year in a few languages, so bear with me. Chukmang Namai, Shinling Kwaila, Sehe Bukmani Badai Seo. Thank you, members and speakers.
All right. You want to move adoption?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And on behalf of the Asian community in my district, on behalf of my family, let me say this in my language. Representative Chen Bun said it in Mandarin in different versions, in Taiwanese. And I'm going to say this in Cantonese. This is where I'm from, in Guangzhou, in Hong Kong. This is where my family's from. And in our culture, we say, San Nin Fai Lo, which means the New Year's may come to you. Gong Hei Fa Choi, which means may you have many blessings and have great prosperity. San Nin Fai Lo, Gong Hei Fa Choi. Move adoption.
The question occurs on the adoption of the resolution. Is there objection? Chair hears none. The resolution is adopted. Is Mr. Buckley up here? Representative Bell moves to add all members' names to the previous adopted resolution. Is there objection? Chair hears none. So ordered. Chair recognizes Mr. Buckley for a recognition.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, it is indeed a great honor to recognize some guests in the gallery from Bell County, more specifically from my hometown of Salado. We have with us our Salado ISD Youth Leadership Program participants and their teachers, Miss Mann and Miss Leskow. If you'll please stand to be recognized. You're going to have a great day learning about your state government. Thank you for being here and welcome to your Texas capital. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Chair recognizes Ms. Hinojosa for recognition.
Mr. Speaker and members, a very important leadership election took place here in the Capitol on opening day. On Tuesday, January 14th, the Legislative Ladies Club elected their slate of officers for the 89th legislature. Congratulations are in order for some incredible House spouses. Please join me in congratulating 2025-2026 Legislative Ladies President Burgundy Kane, President-elect Helen Morales, Treasurer Ginger Spiller, Corresponding Secretary Susan Buckley, and Recording Secretary Elizabeth Burrows. And we offer our thanks to the outgoing officers, including Annette Bell, Shelley Landgraf, Nima Bajani, and Melissa De Ayala. And also to my husband, who made history as the first husband to be president of the Legislative Ladies, John Denisi. Thank you to all our spouses and families for their support and sacrifice. We couldn't do this work without y'all. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Chair recognizes Mr. Harris for an announcement.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, as most of you know, last session we started the Texas Water Caucus. And that's for anyone who is interested in water policy, regardless of where you're from, regardless of what party you're in. And so today, the Water Caucus is meeting at 1:30 in E2010, and I would just encourage everyone who can to come be part of that as we organize for this session. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
All right, members, the Speaker's desk is clear. Mr. Harris moves the House adjourn until 2 p.m. Tuesday. Is there objection? Chair hears none. The House stands adjourned.